First of all, good morning. So happy to see you all. This is the Los Angeles Center's concept after 50 years, then, now, and beyond. My name is Marcia Root. I'm president of the Los Angeles Region Planning History Group, and thank you again for coming. How many of you have been to one of our colloquia before? I have, too. Okay, so for those of you who have not, a colloquium is an academic conference that drills down on a specific topic. After lunch, you will have a chance to participate, and that we have found is the most exciting part and a highlight of the day. It's where you all weigh in because you're all professional planners that deal with these issues every day, and you have lots to say, and thank you for coming. Our organization utilizes the lessons of planning in the Los Angeles region, including its individual cities, to guide those who are creating its future, and those are among you, many, many folks. Our group promotes this goal through colloquia, programs, planning documents, preservation of major plans, and oral and written histories. Our organization is nearly 40 years old. It was founded at the Huntington Library in USC. I would like to take this opportunity to recognize our outstanding and very accomplished board members. Would they please stand? Dan Beal? Yes. Ken Bernstein? Ken, there he is, thank you. Erin Chase? There she is, thank you. Todd Gish, I saw Todd. There's Todd Gish. Cliff Graves, there he is, thank you. Stan Hoffman, there he is. Mark Herwick is treasurer, there he is, hey Mark. Alice Lepis probably isn't in here, she's probably checking people in, the scragglers, but Steve Preston, our vice president, right there, thank you Steve. Alan Rifkin, where is he? There he is. Okay, fine, done that extremely well. And David Sloan, hi David. Professor Sloan. Bill Trimble's a member of our board, but he's unable to join us this morning. Betsy Weissman, there she is, hi Betsy. And a special recognition and shout out to Alan Jutzy, who's a retired board member for many, many years, and one of the founders of the organization. I wonder if Alan has stepped in yet. There he is. Oops. The conference would not have become a reality without the creativity, leadership, and tenacity of board member Alan Rifkin, right here. Alan, thank you. We owe you a debt of gratitude, not only our board, but the folks sitting here. Alan was helped by Ken Bernstein, Steve Preston, David Sloan, Betsy Weissman, and Alice Lepis. Have I missed anyone? Is that good? Okay. And special thanks to the Huntington Library for hosting us, especially to Erin Chase. Again, would you stand, please? Assistant Curator of Architecture and Photography, for her special efforts to make this colloquium happen. She's devoted to this organization, and without her, we simply wouldn't be here, end of story. And the colloquium, today's colloquium is dedicated to Michael Metcalf. Here, I move this forward. It's our wonderful friend. He was a member of our board, and right away he came with energy, direction, enthusiasm. His passion was to introduce this concept, center's concept, and explore it in depth. He was very, very, very enthusiastic about how it might, again, become a template, or there's probably a blueprint, probably a word like that. He was a passionate urbanist, architect, city builder, teacher, and mentor. His rich background shaped his love of public spaces and urban environments, which led to his career in design, urban planning, and people-oriented architecture. My understanding is this is the first time this topic has been addressed in depth with the people who have actually lived it and are living it today, and David Sloan is our expert on this. This is Trita Banerjee. I think this is true, isn't it, that it's the first time, I believe? Yeah. If you hear the names Kevin Lynch and Cal Hamilton, do not be surprised. They are the parents of the center's concept and are with us in spirit. LA's urban needs, coupled with LA's increasing population, cry out for an overarching plan to organize Los Angeles, proactively shaping its growth and expanding its transit, bicycle, and pedestrian networks. A city not by default, but by intention. Our panel of experts, politicians, planners, academics, architects, are uniquely qualified to address this. They have lived it and are now inventing and reinventing ways to deal with it, including our 50-year-old Los Angeles Center's concept. As they say, what is old is new again. For today's colloquium, we will start with an historical overview, followed by 3 panels. Panel 1, Concept Los Angeles, Evolution or Revolution, a focus on the 1960s. We are fortunate enough to have key staff person that was in the planning department at the time the center's concept was birthed, Robert Dannenbrink. Panel 2, the center's concept, what worked and what didn't. We have prominent politicians on this panel who will relate stories of the problems and opportunities to change Los Angeles with the advent of the center's concept. Finally, panel 3, Beyond the Center's Concept. You will have the opportunity to hear from current urbanists who will discuss the future for Los Angeles urban form. After lunch, you will have the opportunity to add your voices to the discussion about planning for the nation's second largest city, Los Angeles. Steve Preston, a nationally recognized planner, will facilitate the discussion, and we met Steve a little before, and he's genius at this. If you've never seen it, you're in for an incredible treat. And please fill out the feedback survey. This is important to us. Did we get it right today? What are your ideas for future colloquia? We discuss this at the board, every board meeting, and we have created a list, but we want your input. We value it. You're top of your field. I hope that you have picked up an important article, Journal of American Planning Association. Trita Banerjee and Meredith Drake Rayton. Did I say her name right? Ratan. I knew I'd mess it up. He's Associate Dean of Graduate Programs at the Saul Price School of Public Policy at USC. Professor Banerjee is at the Saul Price School of Public Policy at USC, and he's an expert, if you read the article, and maybe some of you have. The article is entitled Kevin Lynch in Los Angeles, Reflections on Planning, Politics, and Participation. Focuses on Kevin Lynch's key role in downtown Los Angeles. And most importantly, the role of engaging citizens in planning in their city. It is their city, they're the experts. We are not. Our expertise is how to guide them to their goals. Critical information, the bathrooms are located through the double doors with the right-hand turn, I think right in the last corridor. I do want to recognize the planning history that Steve has put together with other folks at APA, and it's a living document. At the last planning conference I attended, we put stick notes on it. It's an iterative process. Steve and Larry Mintier of Northern California introduced the concept, and Steve, we owe you a debt of gratitude. And Steve and maybe Larry has organized the display board of over the 70 years, people who have contributed significantly to planning. So with that, I'm going to hand it over to David Sloan. Again, welcome. We're thrilled you're here, and we'll have a wonderful day. Thank you.